right, let's get to the New England Patriots at the Tennessee Titans. The Patriots coming off a win against the Green Bay Packers on Sunday Night Football, and the Titans, Cole Brown-led Titans.
Uh-oh.
If you guys see the YouTube channel, our guy Cole Brown, he has a thing for the Titans, I think.
Yeah.
To say the least.
He does.
So the Titans come off a big win on Monday night against the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah.
What are you looking for in this one, Sam?
This is, it's kind of interesting.
New England South against New England North.
Yeah. Tom Brady playing his old teammate, Mike Vrabel.
I know, right?
Right?
Head coach Mike Vrabel against,
Vrabel is only 2 years older than Brady or something like that. It's insane.
Right. I mean, McVay's like 8 years younger than Brady.
Well, yeah, but he's just, weird.
He's just a middle schooler.
But he didn't have the career. Vrabel had a full and long NFL playing career. Now is
then went through coaching, went through the grind, got a head coaching job.
Now is a head coach and is still only 2 years older than Brady. Whereas McVay, skipped all those middle steps and just went straight from coaching phenom to head coach. So it makes sense that he's younger.
Yeah, I think so. There's some fun matchups in this one. Of course, you've got Dion Lewis, you've got Malcolm Butler, you have all these former Patriots in Tennessee now. Our guy Zach Robinson did a great job showing the Patriots coverage, a little coverage breakdown against Green Bay on Sunday night. And Zach came into the office one day. It was like, man, they were doing some stuff that you just don't see. I mean, they were pulling out everything they could against Aaron Rodgers, and he did a fun little breakdown on that. And Stephon Gilmore is on an absolute roll for the Patriots. He, when we talk about this value stuff and WAR, one of the most valuable defensive players in the NFL so far this year. There's another YouTube video that George and Eric did that break that down. So I think Patriots defense, watching them come together, just kind of one of the stories of the season, because that's kind of what they do this time of year.
Is Belichick just going to go after Malcolm Butler and victimize him and further reinforce this? I was right, ha ha ha.
Well, Vrabel's not happy with Butler. They're talking about even stealing some snaps from him on Sunday.
Destroyed.
Yeah, Amari Cooper and everything. I mean, so they're talking about stealing some snaps from him.
They just kept running double moves against him all day.
Vrabel made the point. He's like, when you're playing man coverage, you have to look at your man. And then he very nicely said, once you start looking at the quarterback, your man's going to go the other way.
Yeah.
So that was his way of saying, stop biting on double moves, Malcolm.
Yes. I mean,
the Seahawks should have ran a slant and go on the goal line. When you think about
it, the play that made his career was,
jumping it.
Right. I'm going to jump the first move I see, and that's what is going to happen. And so it looked like, it is legitimately one of the greatest plays in Super Bowl history, right? But it turns out that there might have been quite a lot of, this is just how aggressive he plays to it. And the longer his NFL career goes, the more that's becoming a problem, as opposed to the thing that made the greatest play he's ever made.
Don't try to diminish credit. I mean, it was incredible.
I'm saying it's legitimately one of the greatest plays in Super Bowl history. The problem is, it turns out it might actually have been a product of a guy who just aggressively jumps the first move he sees.
You're saying Seattle, run a double move one time. Malcolm Butler has given up a passer rating of 141.8 into his coverage. That is 8th worst in the NFL, and 7 touchdowns. That is worst in the NFL, just above Marcus Peters and Janoris Jenkins. Just naming all these players at the bottom of the cornerback lists, how difficult is it to play corner year in, year out? We've had Malcolm Butler, Marcus Peters, and Janoris Jenkins as top 10 corners within the last 2 or 3 years. This stuff fluctuates a ton.
Yeah. I mean, Marcus Peters came out and gave this interview after that game against the Saints. And he was very blunt about his description about all this. And all the reporters are sort of asking, what's the reason you've been struggling? And are you hurt? They were looking for an explanation. And he kept repeatedly basically saying, shit happens. Shit happens, it's football. That was his quote. And I think that's I think it's true. It's a really hard position, maybe the hardest position to play in football.
And sometimes you go up against a guy that's really good.
Right. If you discount the sort of weight of things quarterbacks are expected to achieve. But in terms of the difficulty of what it is you're being tasked with, it's probably the hardest position in football. And you go up against all pro players as well. And it's just not easy to stop those guys catching the ball, even if you are in tight coverage. So sometimes you're going to look really good because you make a couple of plays on the ball, you get a pick, you get a pass breakup, Other times, they're going to catch everything that comes their way, even if you're draped all over them all game long, and you look terrible. And then that's without, you get one play where they run a double move, you fall over, and you look like a complete moron on national TV.
That was a bad one.
It just happens.
It's a tough one. Tough cornerback. Tough spot, Sam.
Yeah.
I think we're all taking New England.
Yes.
In this one.